Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're coming back to Sea of Stars. And I'm going to talk to you today about the board, tabletop game, whatever, mini game inside Sea of Stars called Wheels. Now this one, I don't feel like is explained super well. They have like a tutorial in the how to play section, but it didn't make a lot of sense to me. It was really hard to kind of figure out. And so I'm just going to walk through some of the basics just in case. Hopefully that'll help you guys. Let me know if you have a great strategy that you could help us all out with, or if I got something wrong or if it was helpful, any of that. Yeah, that's really helpful if you let me know that stuff. Okay, so hope this video helps you guys out. And here we go. Okay. So here is the setup of Wheels, right? So when you come in, it'll show this tabletop right here. You got this right here is your life. That'll count up to 10. And then these are the wheels, okay? These are like the cogs that turn. They are random. So you get 3 spins, and then you can lock down choices that you want. Then each symbol represents something. Okay, so there are essentially 3 symbols. There is this, which is the diamond symbol, and you can see where it matches over here, and that is going to power the unit or hero or whatever that you have on the right side of the table. This one is the square symbol, which, as you can see over here, powers up the hero on the left. Right? Okay. After that, you have these hammer symbols, and those power up the wall. Okay. And so as you build up your wall, then that is like your defense barrier. Okay. So that's kind of the basics of the game. So once you start, you're going to pick your heroes. You start with just 2. The knight and the mage. You can earn others through this game. You don't find them in anything else. You have to beat champions at different places in the game to earn those pieces. Then once you pick your heroes, now what you're going to see is these towers next to your heroes, right? And those are where those symbols were. So you can see the rings underneath, which tell you how many clicks or points towards their power you need for them to activate their attack or ability. If you see down underneath them, these 2 symbols, you have the sword, which is their attack power. That's how much damage to the life of the other person they'll do. And then this like pyramid looking thing, that's how much damage they do to the walls, how many levels of the wall they will take down if they hit that. Okay, so you can see like over here, the archer has 3 and what's that, 1? Yeah, 3 and 1. Okay, so as of right now in this base form, he'll do 3 damage to the person, but he only does 1 damage to the wall. Now each hero has some power-ups and different things you can get. Okay, now as you start, there are different things to consider. So one of the first things is, so you can see here as I get my first roll, I get these 2 here that have like the starry background. Those go to upgrading your hero of the corresponding symbol, right? So for example, right here, you'll see I will right away lock those in because each hero starts as bronze, can be level up to silver, and then finally up to gold, right? Each one upgrades their power. So it is in your benefit to upgrade them as quickly as possible. So I lock down those 2, right away. Okay. Then I grab the hammers to give me a little bit of defense. For example, the knight, no matter how much damage he does, he's at ground level. So he will always hit the wall first. So if you have any sort of wall, it doesn't matter if it's only 1 level, he will not hit you. Okay? So you do that. I re-roll here and get another hammer. I don't care about that. So I roll again and get that. Now that is good for me because that's going to level up the hero. Now, if you notice, I only have 2 of each of the symbols, square and diamond, which means that neither one of those heroes is going to have their tower move down. There's no clicks. It's not going to click down at all because you need at least 3, right? But I did move them towards that. Now you see he's got a couple of those for the square. He's going to build up his wall, and then he's got a total of 5, right, on the square symbol. So what that means is that it's going to go down. He gets 1 click for 3, 1 extra for 4, and an extra for 5. So that's 3 clicks. So if you watch, so you ready? It's going to power up, does that first, then it does the wall. Okay, then it goes to the clicks, and you'll see he got 3 clicks, which is all you need for the knight. Okay, so then he attacks, but because I built that little wall, he doesn't hit me, he just breaks the wall. You see? Okay, so then you just keep rolling through. Okay, as I go here, so you can see right away I get a pretty good roll there with a couple of the starred background for upgrading and 4 on the square. So I'm going to keep those, and then I roll again, grab the hammers, and unfortunately I didn't get another square, which is what I was hoping for there, but it ultimately didn't matter. So I get the power-ups and get the 2 clicks. Okay, he gets, they always are cheaters, so they have like a 3 over there, so he gets another click down, but it's all good. Okay, and so this is kind of how you're working, is you're deciding, you upgrade your characters, you power them up ready to attack, and you build your wall for defense. Now, the important things to keep in mind here, right, are, if you look at my knight right here, you see how there's only 1 ring there? That means that there's only 1 click needed. So in the next roll, there is 0 point to getting more than 3 of the square symbol. Any extra square symbols, unless they have that background to upgrade the character, will just get wasted. They're not going to do anything. Okay? Same as, see how he needs 2 level up? You can see right here underneath the character, the lights, when those all light up, then he will upgrade. If I were to get 3, he will only upgrade the 1 time, and he will not get the extra. Okay, so there's no point to it. So you see here, I took the 3 squares, and then I rolled again and got a symbol for the diamond, but then I also got 3 hammers for my wall. And so here, I could very easily keep rolling and try to get maybe more diamonds, but I felt like with him, you can see his knight's only 1 click away, that I needed the defense to block that. And so it ended up not being a big deal, see, because he didn't get the square, but it will help, okay? But see now, look, he built up his wall, I hit it with the knight, I don't hit him, but I knock his wall down, okay? But I also upgraded my knight. And so it looks like here, by knocking down the wall, I get upgrade points based on how far I knocked it down. You see that? Okay, so then you keep rolling. Okay, so this is essentially how this game works. Now, each unit has its own kind of power. The archer can get to the point where it will shoot over the wall. Your magician will attack twice. So the first one will be low level to hit the wall. The second one will be high level. If it's anything above, I think it's 3 levels on the wall, then he will hit directly to the hero. This engineer that my opponent has right here, he doesn't attack you directly, but what he does is he heals you and helps your other unit attack. So it's kind of a pain in the neck, and you'll see that throughout this one. Okay, so as we just kind of watch, you'll see as this goes, I'm picking things to upgrade as almost my primary, and then based on what I'm rolling, I'm picking other things to help. Now see, like right here, look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. That was completely unnecessary. I don't know what I was thinking there. I should have re-rolled the single without the background, because that was just wasted. You see, it doesn't get any more than that. It only gets the 1. And you can see here how his engineer heals him and then finishes off the knight, so then he gets to attack as well. But notice how I only had 1 level of wall and he still only hit that. Okay? So this is kind of the way this game works. So what you're doing is you look at your opponent, what they have, and then you, based on your roll, you're going to take the things that will help you the most. Okay? Now, one extra thing is once you get a gold unit, you can still use the upgrade pieces, and every time you finish the upgrade path, so you get all the lights or whatever, then they will basically like put a bomb that goes right past the wall of the enemy that will do 2 damage directly to the enemy. It does not, the wall doesn't matter, it just hits them for 2. Plain simple, clear as day, easy. Okay, so it's still worth upgrading even if you get to gold. But see, for example, okay, so right here, I see he's got no wall. His units don't have a lot or aren't close to attacking. So I'm like, okay, well let's start building up here. So I'm focusing on getting a little bit of wall, getting some upgrade, and then off we go. Okay, so yeah, so this is how that game works. So you pick your units, you're paying attention to at least having a little bit of a wall when you can, upgrading your units as fast as possible, and then managing your, I don't know, points that go towards your unit to attack. Okay, you want to keep their wall manageable, and you want to get damage to them. So for example, if you can time it where both of your units are 1 click away, and then get them both to finish at the same time, then you are much more likely to do a lot of damage, right? So as you just kind of watch this play out, you can watch what happens. I get the gold pretty quick, and I'm just looking for upgrades primarily. I'm doing, trying to knock out big damage, and then boom, that's it, right? You get a couple of big hits and it's game over. So that is essentially how Wheels works. I'm sure there are some other things that I'm missing. There's definitely stuff like what happens first. I think I'm still figuring out, but I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any more to add that would help other people, or something that maybe I got wrong. Go ahead and let me know. Anyway, let me know if this helps you, and if you need anything else on Sea of Stars or more on Wheels or whatever. Okay, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.